Hey, how's it going? Hope you're well. Today I want to talk about Operation Last Call, which is a brand new mode in Warzone inspired by Search and Destroy. Yep, that's right, Search and Destroy mode, but in Warzone. There's also two special endings to this mode, so two special cutscenes we haven't seen before, and those will be at the end of the video so you can see both of them, see what happens in each of them. They're super cool. It's a bizarrely complicated mode, and when I heard about it in the patch notes and stuff, I didn't think I was going to be that into it, because I don't really like Plunder. It's one of these modes where you can't die, you just keep on respawning like you do in Plunder. So I thought there wouldn't be that tension, there wouldn't be that kind of narrative in a match, and I wouldn't get into it. But I played a few games yesterday and absolutely loved it. I had a great time, it's loads of fun, and I think it's probably the best mode to level up guns in that's in the game right now. So let me have a go at explaining how this whole thing works. At the beginning, you're going to be dropping in with 24 teams of 4. There's two factions in the game, heroes and villains, and you need to decide which side you want to be working for. Now there's two sets of points to be getting during this event. There's one which are just event points. These are the things that unlock things in the menu, like there's a cool weapon skin, there's a really awesome gesture with a little action figure, stuff like that. To get that, you just need to get as many points as possible, and you can pick these up by killing enemies. You'll see every time an enemy dies, there's two tokens pop out. At the beginning of the game, you have to actually interact with one to pick it up, so you choose whether you want the hero or the villain one. Then for the rest of that game, you'll always automatically pick up that token, so you'll be trying to fill that route up. And in the event, you have kind of two separate tracks. It doesn't really matter whether you go for heroes or villains. You'll just get like slightly different colors of guns. There's like a red blueprint at the end for the villains one, a blue one for the heroes. You can get both, so you can do some games as heroes, some games as villains, but if you want to be unlocking stuff, you probably want to focus on one side at once. Now in the game, to get points that actually help you to win the game, you're going to get those points by arming and defusing bombs. And you can kind of do both in the same game if you want, but it doesn't make too much sense because the team that wins is the first team to complete 8 objectives for one side. So you can't like arm 4 bombs and disarm 4 bombs and then win that way. You have to either arm and explode 8 bombs or disarm 8 bombs. So the way you do this, if you want to be a villain, is you have to pick up bombs. They'll sometimes drop out of boxes, sometimes you'll kill people and they'll drop out, and then go to the various bomb sites that are all over the map and then just plant the bomb. It takes a little while to interact, and then you've got to defend it for a little while against other players, the heroes, who are trying to disarm it. If it explodes, you get 1 point. Then if you want to be getting heroes points, so the blue points that you can see at the top there, you need to disarm those bombs. So when players plant them, you need to go and disarm them. You can find disarm kits that make it quicker, but you can do it without it as well, so you can just land straight on the bombs and try to do them. Obviously, normally players will be defending them, so it's better to kind of clear out the enemies around it and then try and disarm it. There's loads of weirdness about this because obviously there'll be different teams competing to disarm bombs, so often you'll end up fighting with other people who are kind of fighting as heroes, and similarly there'll be other teams who are trying to make sure bombs get planted and trying to stop other teams from planting bombs, so even the villains might be fighting against each other. So all of that's a little bit chaotic. Then we have the very complicated score tracker at the top. So you can see there's a red bar, a blue bar and 2 yellow bars. The red bar and the blue bar show the highest progress in the game for a hero's team or a villain's team. At least one that's not you. If you're out in the lead, then the yellow bar will actually be higher and it'll just be showing whoever's in second place in terms of progress for that team. Now it's not cumulative, so if like one villain's team has detonated 2 bombs, another one's detonated 3 bombs, it's not going to say 5, it's just going to say 3 because it's just tracking the winning team. Then the yellow bars are your personal team's thing, and obviously you could have armed some bombs and you could have defused some bombs, so you could have progress in both of them, especially if you're playing with randoms and you're not coordinating or anything like that. But obviously your goal is to try and get one of those yellow bars all the way up to 8 to win. On the right, you have the Volcano Activity, and this is one of the things that makes this game really exciting. You're playing on a special version of Caldera. The map itself is pretty much the same, but as the game goes on, the Volcano Activity increases, and that makes the map hazier and smokier, and there's more and more volcanic activity by the way of massive fireballs coming out of the volcano that then smack into around the map, and then they release like poisonous gas around them. There's also circles closing in, so the map slowly gets smaller, and the circles actually come in super fast, like there's no way you can outrun them. So it makes it really, really interesting and really tense, as towards the end normally you end up fighting all around peak, just trying to plant and defuse bombs all along the sides of it, using redeploy balloons because every time you defuse a bomb or set one off, a bunch of redeploy balloons will spawn, so everyone's flying around trying to get everything done. And as I said earlier, you can't wipe in this game, so even if your whole team gets killed, you'll still just keep on coming back, and you always spawn in with your full loadout, so that means you're always willing to get straight back into fight, straight back into the action. There's really no downtime in this mode, which is absolutely awesome. So, what's so good about it? I started playing this yesterday, and when I was playing with randoms, it was super difficult. Like, I was just trying to work out what was going on. I was trying to play as a hero because I thought that would be a more fun thing to do, like trying to disarm the bombs. That would be super cool. But everyone else, even the people on my team, were just trying to arm bombs, so it made it super difficult. Once I managed to get on with friends, it was a completely different game. We had decided to commit, so one game we were going just as heroes, and one game we were going just as villains. And we were working well together, just trying to identify bomb sites, identify places where we could probably get something done, and then flying down to as a team, trying to take out everyone in the area, and then defusing bombs or arming bombs as it was. Sometimes we'd split up. If we thought we could fairly confidently do one by ourselves, then we could split up and try and take other ones. It was just so much fun, and there's so much less pressure because you always know you're going to respawn. There's none of that kind of angst that you can get with your friends, you know, if they get you killed or something like that. Instead, it's just always action and loads of fun. Now, in some of these games, I was getting like over 15 kills in a game. I saw some crazy kill counts in it. Because everyone's constantly respawning and the map's still getting smaller, you can end up getting an absolute ton of kills. So I think this would be really good for leveling up the weapons, like leveling up the new laser and the SMG. This would be the perfect place to do that. And then there's these two endings. So depending on which team wins, a hero's team or a villain's team, you'll get to see one of two endings. And I think these endings are super cool. They did one for Rebirth of the Dead as well. They did a special ending for that mode. I hope they keep doing it because it's really nice seeing like you and your team with these like cool custom animations, stuff that's going on that's kind of related to what happened in the game. I think that's really, really cool. So here you go. I'll show you the villain's ending first, and then at the end of the video, I'll put in the hero's ending and the end of what I think was an incredibly exciting game. Enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.
Got it.
Nice. That was like tactical. I was thinking a lot of bullets then.
That was an actual.
There's still one alive down there.
Anyone need it?
There's so many bombs armed though.
Oh yeah.
Have we got any more balloons?
There's a couple here.
Enemy UAV active.
Bye, Mitch. Oh, Johnny's dead down here. What happened down here?
Down that guy over there. There's someone shot me in the back on the way down.
Calling in airstrike.
Oh, one over there as well. Oh yeah, there's like 4 people down there.
Until they redeploy.
I killed a few of them.
Oh nice.
Don't know if I killed enough. Come on, come on. Oh, I'm getting shot, I'm getting shot. Yes!
Nice!
Oh my god.
Just
Standing.